Konnichiwa, hello, my name is Miki and welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 2 of the Dermacol real versus fake. Now on my part 1 video, I kind of just abruptly cut it off on the end, but what I originally wanted to do was make a video on how to differentiate between the authentic Dermacol and the fake Dermacol, and that ended up being a lot longer than I expected. And so for this video, I just wanted to make it about me trying it out on my skin, the differences between the two. I also wanted to see how these reacted to other products. If you want to see part 1, I'll leave that in the description box below. But for this video, I will be testing these out on my face and I will be wearing them throughout the day. So if you're interested to see what Dermacol real and fake look on my skin, then just stay tuned. I've already washed my face and I have moisturized and primed it with the Neutrogena Naturals Brightening Daily Moisturizer with sunscreen. Now I'm aware this is a moisturizer, but I like to use this as a primer. Today's dryness, it is bad, but I feel like my face is a great tester for applying the Dermacol to see if it works well with dry, crusty skin. I am going to do the fake one on this side, which I do have quite a bit of acne scars and dark spots, sunspots, and the same over here, but this one is a little less, so I'm going to be using the real one on this side. And to apply the Dermacol, I'm going to be using just a regular beauty sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and apply with the goopy mess that I have right here. And oh, this smell is so like overwhelming. It's so floral. It kind of, I don't even know, like I have smelled this smell before. I've smelled this scent before and it's so familiar, but I can't quite put my hand on it, my finger on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the palette, and I know you don't really need a lot, but I mean, it just kind of comes out. All right, so I need y'all to see this mess. Look at that, it's all inside the cap and it's on the side of this thing. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit more so you can see kind of the application. I got you guys zoomed in and I don't know if you can really tell, it's really not picking up. I'll have to zoom in after I apply the foundation, but the dryness is there, the flakes are there. I'm gonna start by taking the foundation. I was reading that you don't need a lot of this stuff. You only need basically this much and it should cover half of your face at least. So we're gonna see, and like I said, I'm starting off with the fake Dermacol on this side. God, honestly, I cannot stand the smell. I'm not even sure if I can wear this all day long because the smell is very, very overwhelming. It is just so strong, and I really hope the smell goes away after, you know, the foundation kind of dries down. I'm not getting anything really over here. It is like the least coverage ever. I'm gonna go ahead and take more from the palette because not looking very good. I think that's more than enough. So I'm gonna blend that out. It feels moisturizing on the skin, but I cannot get over the smell. Like, I can't say enough about this smell. It is just not a pleasant smell. And the thing is, I am not sensitive with smells, like, at all. I don't mind things that smell, except one thing that I cannot stand is the Coty Airspun loose powder. I cannot stand the smell of that, and I honestly don't know how some people use it, but everyone has a preference, and for some reason I just cannot stand that smell. And I cannot stand the smell of this one either. We just gonna get it done. For the world's most full coverage foundation, this sucks. I mean, it could be possibly because it's not the authentic one, but I mean, you can still see the redness on my forehead. I actually have a birthmark here, and you can see my pores, they're there, and it's just not covering anything, and this is one layer. I'm gonna go ahead and put more on the palette because that's what it looks like we're gonna be needing to do. The smell is literally making me nauseous. It does cover my under eye a little bit, but you can see kind of the purple tint coming through. And look how shiny this thing is. It almost makes me look oily, which I do not like. And I may not like being a dry mess, but nobody likes to be a fucking oil slick either. And it almost looks like porcelain skin, but since the coverage isn't there, it's not making me look like a porcelain doll should. Maybe it'll be better with a powder on top of it. We'll see in a little bit, but for now, I just honestly want to wipe this off because the smell is so bad. Now I'm going to take the authentic Dermacol and I'm going to place that next to this. This is so much harder to actually put out on the palette. I am sitting here squeezing, my hand's actually shaking a little bit, and look at that. Look at the difference of that. This is, even the color you can see is significantly different. This one's a little more pink. This one's yellow undertone or neutral undertone. This is thick as hell, and this is just a liquidy, goopy substance. Now, I'm afraid because this is the authentic one, I don't want to put too much, you know. Oh, now my sponge smells grody. Oh wow. Okay, so automatically, like off the bat, you can just tell the texture and the thickness. Oh my goodness, do you see that? Wow. Do you see that? That is definitely full coverage. I feel it looks almost like a mask, but holy pores. I feel like with this, you're definitely gonna need to use a pore filler. And you can definitely see my pores right here next to my nose. But all in all, this is definitely a full coverage foundation. I got a new little friend here on the face, so I'm gonna try to cover that up. Oh yeah, it's covering the redness. Now, of course, you can see it because there's texture, it's a bump. So you can see the bump. There's absolutely no color coming through the little buddy right there. You know, it might not be exactly 100% full coverage, but it's there. What's really, really surprising about this is that it's so thick, but it does not feel thick on the skin at all. It actually just feels like a normal lightweight foundation. And I was worried that it was gonna feel very cakey, very thick, but it doesn't. It actually feels really nice. But it is not for someone like me with extremely dry skin. Hello, sun. Oh, the sun. Minor hiccup with the sun. The sun doesn't want to make up its mind if it's gonna stay or go. So sorry about the lighting if it's a little off or weird. That took maybe a couple of minutes, and the Dermacol is doing some weird stuff to my skin. Just stay away from this stuff if you have dry skin. That's all I gotta say. I've zoomed you guys up and also changed the lighting a little bit so you can see, but I've got some weird dry patchiness going on right here. Look at this right here. Now you can definitely see my pores. This is the fake side and this is the real. This definitely accentuates your pores, even on the nose. And I have a lot of dryness on the side of my nose. So yeah, it's definitely picking that up. Now, one thing that is surprising me is this side over here. Yes, the pores are bad, but it is not dry as much as here. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but this is not cute. This thing is just really not great for dry skin. I will set it with powder just because I'm gonna be setting this side with powder because I don't like the shininess that's going on. But as you guys can see, it is very full coverage, but just not for dry skin. I'm a little disappointed in that because there are people out there who have dry skin that have things they want to cover. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I really wanted this to work for dry skin, but for right now, I'm gonna say at this point that it doesn't. So if you have more of like a normal to combination skin, I think this would be great. It is up to you if you want to buy the fake or the real. I'll leave both those links down below in the description box. I'm gonna go ahead and set this with some powder. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair. I got some in the cap right here. I'm gonna take my big fluffy powder brush and just set the face. Ugh, you guys, the smell is just killing me. Ugh. It's just so weird and strange to me because I'm not used to being bothered by smells. Really, I'm not. I actually like some products that have smells to them, but this I just cannot get over. This is just horrible. It doesn't stink. It's not like a putrid, like a nasty smell. It's just so overpowering. When you have the authentic product and it doesn't smell like anything, or it has very minimal smell, and then you get something that claims to be that product that smells completely different, that to me kind of sends up like warning signals because it's from China. I know I have this thing with China, but the fact that it is from China, you don't know what's going in it, and to me that's just scary. It's just really, really scary. After this, I will never ever put this on my face again, just because that really worries me. Like I said, if you're not bothered by smells and you're not bothered by the fact that it's made in China, go right ahead. Like, I am not one to judge. All right, so I have set my face and it still looks the same. This side, as you can see, is not as shiny in a big oil slick like it was. Now that my whole face is set, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my face. All right, so I went ahead and finished up my entire face off of camera, and it is about 12:30-ish. I have to do some things around the house and then it's football time. But yeah, as for applying everything, like the blush and all that, when I applied the bronzer, nothing really happened. It didn't pick up anything. I will be wearing this until the evening time, so we'll see what it looks like then and we can check it out. Although I am super duper dry, usually by the end of the day my face produces some kind of oil. I want to see if, you know, anything has rubbed off or looks different, and so I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Hello. It is now 6-ish. It's about to be 6 in like 2 or 3 minutes. So I have been wearing this since 12:30, so about 5.5 hours. I even ate some ramen and sweat, you know, because ramen is hot. I even took a nap. I just have to say that this foundation is rock solid. My foundation has not moved or budged or nothing. Nothing has really changed on my face. This is really, really shocking to me because by now I would have had like some spot on my face that was either rubbed off or flaking off or just something. Even the fake Dermacol side has surprised me. It feels like when you put the Dermacol on and you set it with a powder, that's it. It is locked in. This has not moved at all. Let me zoom you guys in and you guys can see what's going on with my face. Around the nose area, my nose is always so dry that when this happens, I tend to not blame it on the foundation just because I've gotten used to this coming off. The side of my nose is still the same over here. Over here as well, it is a little bit dry, but still looks the same. And the only other thing I can point out really is my forehead. One thing I do have to point out though that I'm like extremely surprised is I wear glasses on a daily basis, and this part right here usually rubs off by like an hour into me wearing my foundation, and it gets all over my glasses. This part, as soon as I set it, you can even see a little bit of the shape where the glasses rest on my nose, but the foundation is still there. It is more rubbed off on my nose here than it is on the bridge of my nose, which to me is very, very shocking. That's usually how I judge the stay proof of my foundations, is if I set it with powder and if it stays, then it's great. And if by the end of the day or by the end of 2 hours it's gone, I know that that foundation isn't as great as I thought it would be. So that's one of the ways that I judge my foundation. This held up really, really well, a lot more than I would expect from any foundation when a piece of plastic is constantly rubbing on your skin. For the fake Dermacol, about 30 minutes after setting my face, it still smelled strong and I was nauseous at that point, but around like the hour mark, I just couldn't smell it at all. But around 2.5 hours, I wanted to take this off because my face started to become very, very itchy. Even now, I just want to claw like the sides of my cheeks off, and I don't know what it is, but right here in this area, it is just so itchy. I can't say that it's anything else but this, just because I've never had this problem ever. And over here, it feels fine. Another thing is that this is basically transfer proof as soon as you set it. I have been touching my face. Like I said earlier, I took a nap. There's nothing on my pillow. As for the blendability with all the products, they blended fine. It's just, I will never ever put the fake Dermacol on my face again. I am actually itching to take it off because it is just so irritating right now. Those are just two big red flags. It should not smell that strong and it should not itch when I put it on my face. So I cannot wait to take this side of my face off. Hopefully after the Accutane, I can start trying more products like this. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I did get this in the shade 208, which is supposedly the lightest shade. I will go ahead and leave the link for both of the Dermacol down in the description box, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to get the more affordable option or you want to get the authentic, a little bit more pricier option. When I say the cheaper option, I did get this for $12.99, but you can get it on eBay for as low as 99 cents. And I'm talking about the copycat. This you can get from 99 cents and up to the same price as this. So if you do want to go with a cheaper alternative, you can go ahead and search on eBay, and so many results come up for this one. As for this one, I have only been able to find one reputable seller on eBay. She or he is from the Czech Republic, which is where I believe the Dermacol company is from, since on the back of the box it says it's made in Europe, but the address is in the Czech. So I want to say that the company or the brand is based in the Czech Republic. This came straight from the Czech Republic. It's said on the package. All that information is in my part 1 video. If you're interested to see that, that will also be linked down below. But all in all, I think that this is definitely going to be something that I will be using a lot more often when my skin has finally gotten past its dry stage. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. If you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you simply just want to touch it, leave it on in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!